So on your Pentruder HF saw, if you've got water coming out of the back of your spindle, it's time to replace that water seal. Let's get to it. Before you get started, make sure you got all your parts. Order from customer service your water seal and your wear sleeve. Now this comes as a kit and we're going to replace both of them together. While you're in there, you're going to have full access to your oil seal. Go ahead and get one of those ordered too. It just takes a second to replace it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run this quick disconnect shaft in 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. No reason to over tighten it. 4 turns is all we need. Now, once I've done that, I'm going to show you 2 techniques on how to get this water seal out. First is 2 flathead screwdrivers. Let me show you the tools that you're going to need while you're doing this. You just saw me use an 8mm Allen wrench, and we're going to use a 19mm low profile wrench. Go ahead and grab a dental pick, some white lithium grease, and a hammer or a mallet just to get everything back together. If you've got a 12.15/16 socket, it also makes life easy as a press tool. So I'm going to take these 2 flat screwdrivers, I'm going to press them up against the Allens that are on the outside of here. I'm going to gently pry on that brass water seal. On a new machine, it comes apart pretty easy. I want to show you a different technique here though. Might work better for you. You can call customer service and order a water tool extraction tool. Let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to put this back together and show you how to use this tool. Alright, so option B, you saw the 2 screwdrivers. This is your water seal removal tool. It makes life really easy. It's keyed to fit over top of those Allens. I'm just going to open my quick disconnect shaft, turn counterclockwise, and remove that water seal effortlessly. There's my water seal. Alright, with our water seal out of the way, now we're going to remove that wear sleeve. 8mm hex or 8mm Allen and a 19mm open end low profile. We'll get that wear sleeve broken loose. And we'll go ahead and get it removed. Now with our wear sleeve out of the way, when we look inside of the spindle shaft, you'll see the oil seal. If I use my dental pick and I get it in right beside that oil seal and get it hooked, I can pop it right out. Now, let's clean everything before we get it all back together. Alright, we've got everything cleaned up. Now let's get it back together. I'm going to start by using my wear sleeve. By installing the wear sleeve, that'll give us a nice guide to get that oil seal back in nice and straight. Again, with the 8mm Allen key and the 19mm open end low profile wrench, I'm just going to snug this down. It doesn't have to be crazy tight. I'm going to use some white lithium grease before I install this oil seal. What I've learned from years of doing this, the more white lithium grease you use, the longer these seals last, so apply generously. When I press this oil seal in, I'm going to make sure it's nice and even and set in all the way around into that spindle housing. I'm going to use a 15/16 socket. This is where that 12 point really comes in easy, and I'm just going to press it in nice and gently. It doesn't have to be seated hard, and the reason why, when I take my fresh water seal, it's actually going to mate to that oil seal in the back of the oil gasket and press everything back together. So, I've got my wear sleeve installed, I've got my oil seal pressed into the back. Now I'm going to install my water gasket. And I'm going to apply white lithium grease generously around all sides of this water gasket. I'm going to gently press it into place. make sure it goes in nice and even. That way it's nice and straight. Again, that 15/16 socket, set nice and square, and a soft mallet just to set that water gasket back in place. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to give my quick disconnect shaft, set it back to 0 so it's ready for the field to use. I've cleaned everything up. This HF Pentruder saw is ready to go back into the field. If you have any questions, feel free to look at the link below, look at the phone numbers, call our service techs because they'll be more than happy to help you any way we can. Our water seal's replaced, our wear sleeve's been replaced, our oil seal's been replaced, and this saw is ready to go back in for hours of service. Good luck, guys.